we're already here at the gym, we may get
Hey
some more
guys,
money.
how we all doing? Sweating it out on some layups?
This is High School Musical.
Who are you?
My name's Yagami. I've been the MRC's advisor for all of a couple minutes, and I need to
Nice.
ask the basketball club a few questions.
Okay.
There was a student teacher who used to hang around here as recent as, what, October? Miko Shiba's the name.
Oh yeah, Mikashiba-san.
Anyway, he stopped showing up out of nowhere. Any of you have any theories? Okay, scratch that. Then what kind of teacher was he? Is he nice? Is he a jerk?
I wouldn't say jerk, but he was enthusiastic. Yeah, I mean, he did show up almost daily.
The club was really good back in his day. That's probably why he had us hustling even harder than the coach.
So, would you say he was on good terms with you all?
I guess. Wait, where's Koda and them?
Oh, from class 2 too? I don't know. I haven't seen Matsu, Nakane, anyone.
They're probably grounded. Oh, those guys. They might make a scene if they see me again.
Something special about class 2 too?
Bunch of losers.
Well, yeah. Koda's in 2 too, and she was Miko Shiba Sensei's star pupil.
Star pupil? I do know who you're talking about, by the way. Are you saying she was favored over the others?
In a way, Miko Shiba Sensei worked her harder because she hadn't played basketball till high school.
See, most of us already had tons of experience by the time we joined. So, anyone starting as late as now has to be really athletic to keep up with the team. Mikashiba Sensei knew that too. I'd say him looking after Koda did us all a favor.
Wow, sounds like the model instructor.
If you say so. But I'm not sure Koda felt that way.
Oh?
Mikashiba Sensei might have just thought it was tough love, but I think he went overboard with the teasing sometimes. Like, he'd make her shoot and then go, "See, that was how not to do it."
Are you saying he would mock her?
That makes it sound bad. He was doing it because he cared, I think.
Hey, wasn't Mikashiba Sensei the one who started the whole arousing thing? He said the way she held the ball was arousing. Said it was her main contribution.
That's not true. She's got a nice chest, too.
That's fair. Anyway, when Miko Shiba Sensei stopped coming, the guys in 2-2 were all like, "Okay, what did Koda do to him?"
Are you implying they had a relationship?
Beats me. Mikashiba Sensei did anything like that, he would have gotten canned on the spot.
Yeah, people like to gossip, but as they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Maybe Koda-san's the reason he was always so fired up.
Maybe she's the reason he got fired.
So the writing on her hand, it wasn't some random insult.
I'll say the writing on her hand, yeah.
Are we about done here?
Last thing, where are Koda-san and the others? Are they often this late?
No. Everyone's usually here by now.
Maybe they're still in their classroom?
Maybe some random dude beat them up.
Okay, then I think that about does it. Back to work for the both of us, huh?
She was on the front of the intro whenever you go into the game. So I bet she's gonna have a bigger part in the game because her face is on the front cover. Interesting. But Koda's not here either, so they may be beating Koda up, which is not be good. Because if Koda's gone, and I mean all of them are not here, and Koda's by herself, that's not good. Oh, look at.
You spacing out on me? Look at me when I'm talking.
You can't face us because you're weak. Who gave you permission to quit anyway? Newsflash, you're nothing without the club.
Yeah, think about us for a second. Who has to pick up all the grunt work when you're gone?
Maybe she feels special after what happened at lunch. Like people suddenly give a shit about her.
Doesn't give you the right to ditch practice. Talk about selfish, am I right?
Stop it.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Is that all you know how to say? You think we're letting a stuck-up bitch like you give the orders?
You guys still haven't learned to play fair?
This fucking guy. Why's your dirty old ass still here?
Attention students! Be on the lookout for a creeper showing up in your classrooms!
If I were you, I'd watch my mouth around a club advisor.
Say what?
Yeah, we're gonna have a dance-off.
I'm Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency, and your chairman just hired me to advise the Mystery Research Club.
Bullshit.
I guess word hasn't gotten around? Maybe I'll let a few wisecracks slide for now then. But mark my words, I'll be here every day of the week, so be on your best behavior.
Make him run laps. Yeah, TikTok that.
We'd better get to practice.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, and break a leg out there, Matsu.
Ah, get it.
Not very nice, are they? Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Koda-san, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but as I said, I'm a detective, and I need to talk about Hiro Mikoshiba. He started training as a teacher here pretty recently, right? And one day he just stopped showing up? At the time, did you notice anything strange about him? Maybe he seemed troubled, or you saw him hanging around strangers?
Why are you asking me?
The basketball club members think you and Mikoshiba might have been close, at least at practice.
They said that?
Thought the hacker dude was modern. I know, what's the hacker dude doing? Probably on Reddit or something. Maybe her relation with Mikoshiba is a memory she'd rather forget. Yeah, kind of like a Persona 5, like when you first...
Well, I suppose there wasn't much
And-
truth to what I'd heard then. Don't sweat it. Just so you know, I'm actually going to be hanging around here at the school for a little while longer. If it's cool, I hope we can find a way to be friends. See ya.
Wait a sec. Earlier today, it was your voice that I heard, wasn't it? I just never expected anyone to actually stand up for me in school. But you could say I didn't really stand up to them for myself much either. We all just treated it like it was a normal thing. Sometimes people would even laugh about it. But then, today, something changed.
Leave her alone.
Everyone suddenly decided to take a stand like they'd seen enough. I couldn't believe it. But that first voice, the one that told them to stop, that was your voice, wasn't it, Yagami-san?
Who could say?
I knew it. It was you. Thank you so much for that. Today was eye-opening. I never thought about how horribly I was being treated until everyone stood up for me. What's more, it made me see that I was strong. In fact, I finally stood up to the basketball kids.
So you did. Is that what made you decide to quit the club?
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to play basketball in a real team. I used to read this manga that made it look so cool. In a comic, even if you're a terrible player, the team always tries to lift you up. I tried. I wanted it to work, even if all they did was tear me down. But today, I just up and quit. That's not cool at all, is it?
You did nothing wrong, Koda-san. Truth is, there's a lot of injustice in the world that goes unseen. And some people decide it's easier to be part of the problem than be part of the solution. The kind of people who only feel joy when they see others in pain. You can only do so much to make people see the light. At some point, you've just got to let them go. You know what I mean? Then there's no shame in quitting.
But Yagami-san, I think you can only say that because you're such a strong person.
Okay. In that case, We won't call it quitting.
Huh?
You can play. Doesn't have to be with the basketball club.
Yeah, it's a
If you
tactical.
practice, you wouldn't even need a school basketball club to get to where you want to be. If this sport is what you want to do with your life, I guarantee you there's going to be a path for you to take. And all you have to do is find that path. I mean, it's got to be out there. And then you don't have to call it quitting.
I don't know about that. Are you sure? I mean, wouldn't that be cheating?
Come on, try to work with me here.
It's a different team. It's not cheating.
So, the MRC, you're the advisor?
Want to join my
Yagami-san?
club?
Yeah. If you need anything, you just let us know. Anything at all. For example, if you hit any more trouble with those basketball club kids, you find me.
Sure.
I'll literally kick their ass.
You've got this.
Bro, she wrote a letter. That's intense.
Oh, Mr. Detective.
Oh, lady. Oh,
Yagami-san, right?
oh
Yeah.
this lady.
Shouldn't you be at practice with everyone else?
Yeah, go practice.
Yeah, well, remember Matsune and Sakaki? You know, the two other guys I'm always hanging around? They're ready to talk to you about Mikoshiba-sensei now.
Oh,
Huh.
this isn't a trap.
Well, Detective, I think they have a lead for you.
Mm-hmm. To the back of the basement.
Hey, you're here on some kind of case, right? You know, Mikoshiba-sensei talked to us pretty often. I think maybe we can help. That
Don't you
is,
touch me, lady.
if you wouldn't mind starting fresh with all of us.
Oh, turning over a new leaf, are we?
We kinda have to. How else are we gonna get good college recommendations? It would really bite us in the ass if you went and narked on us, so... Will you at least hear us out? Matsune and the rest are just upstairs.
Oh, and not at practice? Yeah, that's not sketch.
Please, be a nice guy. We're really sorry.
Okay, I see where this is going. How many guys are up there waiting to jump me?
Mm-hmm.
The next floor up is for third years, right? You rope some of your senpais into this too?
Senpai.
Wow, you don't even know us and you're throwing out accusations like that?
Pull up the
How
drone.
are we supposed to become upstanding citizens with teachers like this? It's just not fair.
It's a pretty pathetic trap. Maybe they can really give me some info about me. Go, come on.
Fine, I'll hear you out. Tell your friends I'm on my way.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah, where's the hacker man and the drone? We need some intel. Are we really just gonna walk into this trap? Really? Come on. After all we've been through, Yagami, you're gonna just walk on into this? This is where when our character goes to 20 years in prison for beating the snot out of some little kids. We have 3K. I need this. Don't you hate that though when you have like such a decent character who is like, oh yeah, I'm super smart, and then they do something really, really dumb, and you're just like, really? Really, we're doing this? I ain't talking about like, you know, the blonde lady who always dies in a scary movie, you know? This is a little bit different. Just make you love beating up kids. I like serving justice. If that's what you mean. Or get swatted.
Over here, Yagami-san! Sorry to drag you all the way up here for this.
You wanted to talk to me? About Mikoshiba-sensei?
What? I can't hear a word you're saying, man. Why don't you come closer so we don't have to shout?
Yeah, let's get this over with. So many of you. You guys all know Mikoshiba-sensei?
Nah, that's not how our senpai friends roll. They know the Yokohama Leomon.
Yokohama Lyumon? You mean the local gang?
Hell yeah. I've got a friend who's in deep with those guys. I scratch their back by bringing them chicks to hang out with, and they scratch mine by tipping me for it. It's a pretty sweet deal, actually. Also, we've got a little thing going. I get to drop the Leomon name if I need him to handle some business.
So you sell them girls in exchange for honorary membership? You need to find better friends.
Don't talk to me like you know me. I stay on their good side and I get my personal bodyguards. I work with the tools I've got to get to the top.
So you got it all figured out, don't you, kid? But you're missing the big picture. They're gonna turn the tables so fast you won't know what hit you.
I'll keep that in mind. But I wouldn't worry about me right now. You're the one who's got the real problem on his hands.
You get it? From now on, if you even lay a finger on us, you offend the Yokohama Leomon, and they'll take that personally. You see what deep shit you're in here, Yagami-san?
So how about it? You know how to say you're sorry? Cash for our pain and suffering.
Oh yeah? How much are we talking here? Grand?
$1 million. If you're short, I'd be happy to hook you up with a loan shark. I know a guy who lends for the Seiryu clan Yakuza.
First it's a gang, now it's the Yakuza. Keep bringing adult shit into this, I'm gonna start treating you like one.
Huh?
You wanna see what happens to gang members? I'll show you.
You
Oh,
sure you want
man.
to do that? We're gonna charge you extra.
Oh, you got this shit down, Matsui. Let's take this asshole down! Fuck him up!
Oh man, we're gonna meet the Leomon. It'll be interesting if we catch any sevens. People from Yakuza 7. Oh, it's gonna be a shame if there's a bunch of deaths that can use as weapons, chat. We're about to send them to what's that one show? Where they send kids to prison. School's out. Come here, boy. I forgot the name of the show where they send kids to prison. Scared Straight. We're gonna scare them straight, chat. See, chat, we're not beating up little kids. We're helping the youth of Japan. Oh, come here, boy. See this? Your little boy Honda is about to be Toyoted out. About to Mitsubishi him across the room. Ah, come here. Take a seat. We've literally kicked these people's butts like 10 times in this game already.
Really, guys?
Oh, he's cheering us on. What a nice guy.
Ah, my
Not in
eyes.
shock.
Cheap shot.
Can't see?
Where was our group?
Got you now!
No, you don't.
Stab him! Oh, come on.
What? Did he just jump off?
Nah. He's just hiding in the dark. Like a scared little cockroach.
Master Brand, at least my vision has finally come back.
You guys go look for him and tell me when you find him. I'm going for a smoke.
Oh, you're not old enough, sir.
Okay, sounds good. You got this in the bag.
Senpai, what do we do?
You guys follow me. We'll all smoke together till we get an update.
Sure, I'll come with.
Senpai's the toughest around and the coolest.
Ah, well. All for my adorable little underlings.
We just kicked your butt, dude. He's the toughest. Did you not see him get his butt handed? I just smoke a school. I know who smokes. Anyway, need to get about the Shiba. Catch him off the guard this time. Again, we didn't have like the drone. We didn't have Kaito come out. Didn't have Hacker Man help us out. Worst friends ever. Ooh, what's this? The skill Verge of Death Wounded Tire has been unlocked. Huh. I thought it was dance moves. I've been more happy for a dance move. They're not there anymore. You can fly a drone, right? It's not that big of a city. Or call them up and say, hey, grab a cab. They went to the office. At least Mr. Hacker Man could have helped me out.
Tastes good, Senpai? Smoking a cigarette in the classroom?
So you came all this way just to get your ass kicked.
You're not to see me slaughter your teammates?
Hey, Akane! Go get the other senpais!
Okay, I'm on it.
You guys better watch out. If your teacher busts you smoking, won't you get in big trouble? On the other hand, you guys could use a lesson in manners, and I'd be happy to teach you.
Huh? What the hell?
Bastard! So this is where you were hiding.
All right, Brad.
Now what? That mouth of yours won't get you out of this. I'm taking you down!
Did they have it? Are we just knocking the crap out of them so much they have
Don't give me
amnesia?
that smug look.
These kids must have amnesia for me beating the snot out of them, because I literally just beat the snot out of like 10 of you little brats. Ah, come here. I don't have all my grades either though. Alright. Yeah, it'd be nice if I didn't drop after every 2 hits. There you go. Okay, apparently my super didn't do anything with that. Usually you should press O and you can get through that, but I guess not. That's alright. Do we have any of the power-ups in this game? They refuse to give up. I think they just have amnesia. We're beating the snot out of them. They don't know. Take a seat, boy. You're in detention. Bye-bye, senpai. Oh, come on. He had like 1 health. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Come here, Chad. Oh. Woohoo! Belly flops.
Jeez. This guy's a maniac.
He's too good at this, man.
Hey, you mentioned compensation for pain and suffering. That still sound like a good idea?
No, we were just being stupid. Could you maybe forget all that?
Then from here on out, we're buds, right?
Ow! Ah, my shoulder! Holy shit, that hurts, Yagami-san!
Tell me everything you know about Mikoshiba. After all, you guys were pretty close, right?
Mikoshiba Sensei showed up to practice, like, basically every day. Kind of a pain in the ass, if I'm being honest.
As soon as our coach would leave, it's like a switch would flip and he'd start drilling us. He'd make us do like 10 sets of cross-court dashes. And if even one of us lagged behind, it meant 10 more for all of us. That made it obvious real quick. Koda was our weakest link.
So Mikoshiba was especially harsh on her then.
Yeah, 'cause she's such a freaking klutz. Even the first years got sick of her eventually. Only thing she did right was unite the team against her.
You gang up and belittle a single defenseless girl, a beginner in your sport, and you call that unity. Real classy. Listen up. Mikoshiba's parents have reported him missing. Foul play could be in the works here. He's been gone for far too long.
Hey, you think maybe Koda did it? Some kind of crime of passion?
This isn't the time for bullshit. Or you want to keep going?
Nope. I'll pass.
Have you talked to Sawa-sensei yet? He probably knows Mikoshiba-sensei better than anyone.
All she told me was how exemplary he was, both as a student and a student teacher. And that he looked out for you guys, out of some sort of camaraderie.
Huh? She really talked him up that good?
Why, something off about that?
It's just... Sawa-sensei was really cold to him, no matter what he'd do. I actually brought that up to him one day. And it turns out the rumors were right.
Rumors?
Back when Mikoshiba-sensei was a student, one of his classmates apparently committed suicide. And Sawa-sensei suspected him of bullying the kid. I don't think he ever really got past that. He'd get all depressed sometimes.
Really? Sawa-sensei thought Mikoshiba was a bully?
Oh yeah. I actually asked him about it once, but he just laughed it off.
Isn't he dead? Yeah, that was the guy who was found in the warehouse. This isn't enough to prove Mikoshiba was a bully, but Sawa-sensei did seem less convincing with me.
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, Mikoshiba-kun was a good student with solid grades back then. And during his time in training, I was under the impression he got along with the students just fine.
What did she really think about Mikoshiba? I'll have to press her on it.
Yep, he's dead. I don't think they know. Well, it hasn't been publicly made, I guess, known that he was the guy in the warehouse. Which is why we're not telling anyone yet. Wait, she's on floor 2, isn't she? The graphics are so good. It looks really good for a console game. I will add that caveat. Move, kid. I'm the drama club teacher. Guess no one goes home in this school.
Hi there. Has Sawa-sensei gone home?
Actually, she's in a meeting with the chairman.
So then she's at his office?
Yes, but I think they may have some visitors.
Gotcha. Thanks.
The police visitor for Sawa Sensei. Maybe they'll be visited for a good while. There's that photo I peeked at earlier. This may not be my finest hour, but maybe it'd still make for a useful clue. Sawa Sensei had suspected Mikoshiba was a bully. Hey, she wasn't honest with me, being honest with me before.
Hey.
So the photo of Sawa Sensei's high school days. Her uniforms different from what they wear here. See part of a photo of a male serious student. Sorry to do this, but maybe the kid who committed suicide. It may not be Mikoshiba.
Suspicious.
I was gonna undo it.
What the?
I had to like do the little backing thing. Never seen his face before, at least not Hiro Mikoshiba. Maybe the kid who committed suicide. This Ehara's son, the boy who killed himself 4 years ago? Look for the kid. Not for a teacher to have a picture of a single random student on our desk. It's not random, we just had a big conversation about the kid committing suicide. Can't confirm his identity right now, though I should look for Sawa Sensei. Could be in the chairman's office, probably the police. Letting them know. Look for Sawa Sensei, be in the chairman's office. They have done better with the random pauses though, compared to the first game. Because there's a lot of just like random cuts in the game where it'd be like, okay, like, can we continue the story? Rather than just go like to a random cutscene. It wasn't even a random cutscene, it was like into the game.
Pardon. Yagami-san. Those men are with the Kanagawa police. They said they're here to make inquiries about Mikoshiba-kun's disappearance.
And they asked to see Sawa-sensei too?
Yes. But I have to ask, can you tell me what's really going on? You were asking questions about Mikoshiba-kun as well.
He's gonna know anyway.
I should leave it to the police to fill you in on that. I mean, their sources are probably more recent than mine. They should have the latest details.
Mikoshiba-kun is no longer with us, is he? Then it's just as I feared.
I actually was thinking that was Ayabe for a second because that guy's hair.
2 months ago, a young man named Hiro Mikoshiba went missing during his stint as a student teacher. Mikoshiba quickly becomes the center of attention when his rotting corpse is discovered. And Yagami scours the school for any clues left behind. Rumor has it, Mikoshiba drove a classmate to suicide in his student days. A rumor that the school faculty is seemingly unable to deny.
Circle might be about Mikishiba. It's not reporting the identity of the corpse. Does that mean the police are still withholding information? Interview with Saori Sensei seems to be taking an awful long time.
Yagami-san, why are you still here?
Because I care. Now, if you're open to the idea, you think we could walk and talk?
Why? So you can grill me with more questions? You realize the police just finished doing that, yes?
I figured they'd come knocking sooner or later.
Then you knew Mikoshiba-kun was murdered, didn't you? And that's why you've been snooping around our school.
You're not wrong, but can we please take this elsewhere?
If you knew Mikoshiba was murdered, why didn't you tell me up front?
Because that information's not public. Didn't the police ask you to keep quiet about it?
Well, yes, but even so...
What sort of questions were they asking you anyway?
I thought I was supposed to keep quiet.
Cute.
Now I'm going to ask you one last time. Please, stay off our campus. You don't belong here. I mean, what if you end up injuring a student? It would be a nightmare for all of us.
Nobody's getting injured. All that's water under the bridge now.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I should probably mention, I'm the new advisor of the Mystery Research Club. I have the chairman's approval and everything. So it looks like I have a place here after all.
What? Since when?
I think we're getting sidetracked here. Did the police ever mention a suspect?
No. All they told me was what happened to Mikoshiba-kun. That he's no longer a missing person. That he's dead. And was dumped in a derelict building.
My condolences.
That was all we found out. The police were the ones asking the questions, not us. They hardly gave us room to breathe.
Yeah, sounds like an interrogation, all right.
Is keeping Ehara's connection under wraps while they investigate this murder?
Is there anything else?
Actually, there is. I'd like to know your thoughts on Mikoshiba-kun's killer.
What?
For example, take Akihiro Ehara, a man who took this school to court over his son's suicide. Mikoshiba came up even then, as a culprit bearing some responsibility for that.
Ehara-san? But he got arrested for that groping incident at the train station.
So the police really are keeping their lips sealed.
Must you always be so cryptic?
It's possible Ehara-san had a hand in Mikoshiba's murder.
What?
Despite being incarcerated for 2 months, he knew exactly where the corpse would be. He revealed it upon being sentenced. This was before the Kanagawa police had even ID'd the body.
Then, was it really Ehara-san?
A court would say being in jail is about as solid an alibi as you can get, but he could be connected somehow.
How do you know all this, Yagami-san?
I'd tell you, but I showed you one of my cards, so now it's your turn.
Huh?
I've heard you weren't as big a fan of Mikoshiba as you led me to believe. That true?
This again.
You knew he was a bully all along, but yesterday you told me he wasn't the type. I just want to get the story straight here. Did you have a sudden change of heart, or were you lying to me for some reason?
It's not that simple.
Oh, one more thing I learned today. It was Mikoshiba who turned the basketball club against Koda-san. Pretty sadistic for a would-be teacher, don't you think?
That's enough.
Then it's not a stretch to say he probably was a major factor in the death of Ehara's son 4 years ago? And I think it's also safe to assume you know more than you're letting on, right? This is murder we're talking about here. Lies aren't doing anyone any favors.
His name was Toshiro.
Sorry?
Everyone keeps saying Ehara's son, like he's just another statistic. He had a name, for heaven's sake. Toshiro.
Right. I'm sorry.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have papers to grade.
Sawa-sensei, please.
9 o'clock tonight. I'll be at Plage on Izazaki Road.
We'll finally have a real talk?
Something like that.
Watch her bring all of her little high school friends to beat me up again.